So here's a really common question that we get asked. Can I get residency in the US by buying or opening a business? And the answer is yes. And it's actually surprising a lot of people aren't aware of this. Now, of course, this depends on what you define as residency. There's non-immigrant visas where residency is limited by a certain number of years. And in most cases, you can renew that. But again, there's always a certain period of time, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, that it's good for. But you could also open or buy a business and get a green card. And once you get a green card, well, you're kind of set for life, and you can then eventually get citizenship after 5 years. So purchasing a business or opening a business is in fact a very viable way of getting residency in the US. The next question of, okay, how do I go about doing this? That's where a lot of the complications begin. Not so much complications, but that's where all of the detailed analysis comes up, where you really need to sit down one-on-one with your attorney to go over your case, your background, your experience, even your nationality, which can play a role. And all these factors will be taken into account in order to then come up with the best plan for you. And if you look at some of our other videos on our channel, we talk about this for other nationalities. For example, with Canadians, there's kind of a straightforward, very popular way that we often advise Canadians on. If you're from another country, for example, maybe Russia and China, those options that are worthwhile for Canadians don't work for people from, say, Russia and China. But there are other options as well. So it really depends, again, on your nationality, on your work experience, and whether you've worked as a manager or an executive or an owner of a business. It also depends how much money you have to invest and what your budget is. And it also depends on your skills. If you're highly skilled or highly talented and you can prove that, that also opens up some new options. So in order to get more details, you would need to reach out to us. Ideally, we set up an individualized consultation with you in order to go through all of these major points and provide with you our best recommendations for using a business to get residency in the US. Again, this was Charles Rather. Feel free to reach out to me or my staff in order to develop a strategy that will work best for you to make your transition to the US as seamless and painless as possible. Until next time, talk to you soon.